Welcome back. Today I'm taking my 1999 Yamaha R6, a stolen and recovered auction find that I rebuilt on a budget out on track. Let's find out if she makes it or blows up trying. But before we do that, there's a few things I need to do first. I've got to replace the fork oil seals. They are leaking a lot of oil. This time I've got the proper stand and I'm not going to use my ladder. I've got new braided lines for the back and the front. I bought a cheap one from Amazon for £15 for the back, and I bought the two front ones from Temu for only £5. Those should be coming later. And I've got to sort out the carburetor. I'm going to clean the carburetor, remove it, give it a good clean and put it back on, because under 5,000 RPM it's got no power at all. It stalled on me so many times last time I test drove it. So let's get started. And if that panel arrives, the bottom panel arrives, then I'll fit that one too. For the fork seals, it's very straightforward. 2 bolts there on this side, 2 bolts on the other side. Remove this clip on, I think you call it a clip on. Remove the bolts there, the whole thing just slides down. Remove the caliper, but I've removed the actual hose because I'm going to replace the cable, the pipe, or whatever you call it, pipe, hose, whatever. Brake lines, that's it. So I've already started some of it. Let me finish it off, let me fully remove it, and then we'll do the fork seal. Now I've got the forks off, I thought let me do the brake line. I'm really dreading taking them apart, so I thought let me do something else that I want to do now. So let me take this off, the old brake line off. The new one is a 600mm, the old one is 550. Let's take that off and see how it goes. I've got the old hose off. Not much different in length to the new one. The new one's just about 5 centimeters longer, not too much. So the new one, you just change the ends. I'm going to fit one that's 28 degrees and one that's flat. The flat end where the piston goes, if that's what you call it, I don't know. The original one has got 28 degrees on both ends, but I reckon I can get a flat on one side and a 28 on the other, because the kit only comes with one of each, not 2 of each. But yeah, let me get that fitted on the same route and see how it goes. I've got new copper washers as well, so let me do that now. I've put the new hose in. I came to bleed it, and then I realised one thing. It wasn't me. I got the bike like this, but if you look there, the bleed nipple is broken. Someone tried bleeding it in the past and broke the nipple. What I'm thinking is remove the caliper, take it all apart, take out the pistons, clean it and everything, and then put fluid in there, but take off the whole everything. So take this off the line, everything, and just make that right at the top so that all the air just flows up, if you know what I mean. Yeah, let's try that. So let me take the caliper off and we'll go from there. I've taken the old caliper off. One thing I saw is the rubber is sticking out of the caliper, which means I need the new rubbers. So I'm thinking I might just buy a second-hand caliper, or have a rebuild kit. Maybe we'll do this. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that, come back to that. Let me just finish off the forks. I'm gonna fit 10W fork oil. The original I've heard is 5, but it's a bit too soft from what I've heard as well. So I'm gonna fit 10, see how it goes. I've got new bushings in there as well. New bushings, there's another set as well. New seals, and yeah, let me get on with it. Forks are done. They weren't too hard. Took me around about an hour and a half to do both. But yeah, that's all done now. Gonna get them on. Before I do that, I'm gonna clean the calipers and then fit the new brake lines. I'm gonna get the wheel a nice clean as well, and I've also got to remove some stones from around there. I don't know how those stones got in there, but I'm going to remove them and then put it all back together, and then I'll start cleaning the carburetor. front end is back on now. I was cleaning the caliper. I took off the bleed nipple and that banjo bolt, cleaned inside, and so much gunk came out, like a thick residue was coming out from there. That's probably why my brakes were so rubbish. I'm going to do the brake lines later. They're still on their way. I'm going to do the carburetors now. I've ordered a caliper refurb kit for this, which is just the new seals and the new bleed nipple, and then I'm going to find a way on how to fix that. I'll try drilling it first and see where I get, because I really don't want to buy a new one. Alright, carbs are out. That's all empty. There, right there. I found that doesn't look right here. It's this. I think that's the line to when I come to sync the carbs. So that cylinder and that cylinder meet here, and it's just nothing. This cylinder and this cylinder goes to here, and then it's got like an air in it, but that wasn't connected to anything. So I think it's meant to look like this, just blanked. So I'm going to blank this off and hope that that sorts it out. I also noticed this one and this one were loose on those bolts, and the airbox bolts onto the carb was also very, very loose. So now let me just tidy this all up and take the carbs inside to clean them. Here is the carburetor. I've taken it apart to give it a clean. I've been doing one at a time, checking the jets and everything, and it already is pretty clean. You can tell it's been taken apart already because all the bolts, all the screws came off very easily, and it was just so clean. The only dirty thing, or thing that didn't look perfect, was the seal around it. So I've got a new one coming. It should come later on today. But all the carbs, they're the right size. All the jets are the right size and they're perfectly clean. So I don't think the carburetor was the issue. The only thing I did find wrong was this. I think it's called the idle. I don't know. Whatever it's called. This one is meant to be two full turns out. It was 3 full turns out on all of them. So maybe it was just that. And also one of the lines which I showed you earlier on the bike not been done properly. So let me put it all back together. I'll wait for the new gaskets to come. I'll put it back together and then I'll put it on the bike. I'm going to put the carburetor on now, but I left it off the bike for a few days and I didn't plug the fuel lines on it, on the tank. I just thought I'd turn off the valve and then it won't leak, but fuel was still going through it, and it's gone all over the frame and I can't get that off. So I want to find a way on how to remove that stain. It's all gone yellow. I'll ask ChatGPT later on the hack or something for that, and I'll try that later. But yes, let me get this carburetor back on and I'll be back. Carbs are done. I've synced it as well. Idling still the same. I give it throttle, still the same, but when I take it for a test ride, I'll know for sure if it worked or not. I've got the new hoses. I've got 2 sets, 700mm and 800mm, just because I wasn't sure which one it is. So it turns out it's that 700, so I'm going to get that fitted now. There it is, and then I'll come back to this after. And there we go, the bike is all done. New calipers in, I've bled the system perfectly fine. I put one more plastic push rivet here so that holds it in a bit better. I couldn't get the other side because there was nowhere to get it on for the push rivet, but that looks quite nice there. And that's it. I've put a brake lever guard. I've got one more for the clutch, but I can't be bothered to put it. The only thing that's missing now is the grip, well, replacing, because that grip is broken, and mirrors, but I'm going to leave those off for now. So now I'll catch you on the track. Back panel's on now, it's a lot nicer. Not a perfect fit because 1 is aftermarket and 2 is for the 01 bike, not the 99 bike. To make this, the 01 panel, fit on the 99 bike, you're meant to replace the battery tray, and I don't want to spend more money on it. So I just cut it and kind of bodged it, and It's only this bit that sticks out. I tried so hard to get it in, but nothing. I might put a bit of heat on it and see if that will reshape it, I don't know. But that's done. I've got a new caliper here. It came with everything, but I'm only going to use the caliper because the old one, it's, if you remember, it's damaged. So time to fit the new caliper. I got a new one here. It came with the whole kit, but I'm only going to fit the caliper, and I think that's it. Bleed the lines, and then I think that's all done. And there we go, the bike is all done. New calipers in, I've bled the system perfectly fine. I put one more plastic push rivet here so that holds it in a bit better. I couldn't get the other side because there was nowhere to get it on for the push rivet, but that looks quite nice there. And that's it. I've put a brake lever guard. I've got one more for the clutch, but I can't be bothered to put it. The only thing that's missing now is the grip, well, replacing, because that grip is broken, and mirrors, but I'm going to leave those off for now. So now I'll catch you on the track. Back panel's on now. Back panel's on now, it's a lot nicer. Not a perfect fit because one is aftermarket and two is for the 01 bike, not the 99 bike. To make this, the 01 panel, fit on the 99 bike, you're meant to replace the battery tray, and I don't want to spend more money on it. So I just cut it and kind of bodged it, and it's only this bit that sticks out. I tried so hard to get it in, but nothing. I might put a bit of heat on it and see if that will reshape it, I don't know. But that's done. I've got a new caliper here. It came with everything, but I'm only going to use the caliper because the old one, it's, if you remember, it's damaged. So time to fit the new caliper. I got a new one here. It came with the whole kit, but I'm only going to fit the caliper, and I think that's it. Bleed the lines, and then I think that's all done. Here we are on the track, first session, and yeah, it's wet. The camera doesn't really show it, but it's chucking it down. No ABS, no traction control, just me, this 25-year-old R6, and a soaking wet circuit. First few laps was sketchy. I don't trust these tyres, I don't trust the brakes. Hell, I wasn't even sure if I trust the engine. But you know what, it was holding up for now. I kept feeling the back end slip a lot, but let's keep going. And this is where the trouble started. Listen closer to the engine sound and you will hear it's not running right, and this is why all the bikes start overtaking me here. Alright, I'm back. Something isn't right. I started losing power mid-session, then the speedo just died. Turns out the battery's cooked. Just look at it, it's swallowing like a balloon, proper sketchy. And yeah, the battery's right under my seat, under my legs. So luckily, the crown jewels are still safe. This could have easily blown up on me. It could just be a faulty battery, or maybe the regulator's overcharging or something, I don't know. I need to find out, but for now, she's out of action. No battery and she fires up with a junk pack. That's a good sign, but I can't just chuck a new battery in her and hope for the best. What if the electronics are the problem? What if it's overcharging? It will just kill a new battery. And I didn't bring my test equipment, so for now I'm stuck. With just the junk pack hooked up, the electronics are acting proper weird. The speedo is showing that I'm driving or riding when it's just revving or idling, and the rev counter, it's gone all the way around, and the needle sat under the stop pin. So yeah, definitely not safe to take it back out like this. I could throw in a new battery, but what if something else is cooked? Regulator, stator, or even the ECU, it could do more damage than good. Not worth the risk, so time to pack up, take it home and properly test it. So that's me done. You don't expect your battery to go. Don't really want to risk it in case there's the alternator or rectifier or something like that, so I don't want to stick a new battery in there and cause more issues on track again. So I'm going to leave it as it is, and then I'll try and find the problem for next time.